Hi and welcome back. I need to be completely honest with you right now. I can barely contain my excitement right now because of what we're going to make today. And I'm assuming you've already seen the title and thumbnail of this video, so you already know. But basically, recently on Instagram, I have seen this octopus going completely viral, and it is like one of the most beautiful crochet patterns I've ever seen in my entire life. I saw a reel a couple days back of this octopus. I want to say it already has over 12 million views, and it's just such a beautiful pattern, but obviously it has inspired me to make my own, and I just knew I had to take you along with me because this is going to be the biggest plushie I've ever made. I've never made anything in comparison. Nothing has quite compared to this. Like, this thing is huge. So me being me, I already went to Joann's and picked up my yarn, and now I need to show it to you because I finally decided on my colors. It was honestly one of the hardest choices I've ever had to make in my crochet career, let me tell you. So here they are. This is the main body color. I'm using Bernat Blanket, which has been a recent favorite of mine. I've been liking it a lot more these days, but this is the color Mossy Hills, and so this is going to be our main color for our octopus. And then this is going to be the color of our tentacle, like section cut part of the pattern, and this is the color Deep Sea. So we're going to be doing these two together. I'm very, very excited, and before we get any further into the video, I just want to make sure to shout out this designer. I'm going to leave their Instagram handle right here, and the pattern will be linked at the top of the description so you do not miss this one. And if you end up making an octopus, you simply must share it with me because every time I see one of these, it's beautiful. Like, they're just the most beautiful things I've ever seen. I'm telling you, I just can't wait to see this thing come to life. Like, I think I'm either gonna have it hanging down from my bookshelf here or sitting on the edge of my couch in the back of my videos. Either way, I'm just so excited, and I'm excited to take you along. So thank you so much for being here. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any future content from me, and let's get into it. It feels like the only right thing to do is to start this project next to Miss Evie because, as you can see here, she loves her little plushies that sit on the couch. She loves these mushrooms. Well, this is awkward. She's just a little camera shy, but she's here with us in spirit. She's just sitting at my feet now. I'm really excited to see how this yarn works up. There's something really exciting to me about seeing variegated yarns work up. Like, in my brain, I can never quite picture it, but this one, I just know is going to be so good. I think we're starting with this deep sea blue color though, so let's just go ahead and get crocheting with it. I literally cannot wait any longer. So I already finished the underneath part of our first tentacle, but now I have to do like the outside part of it, and then we have to do that 7 more times. So far, this is like the coolest thing ever. Like, just look at the little suction cups. I think it's so cool. So I'm really excited to keep working on this. And I will say, initial thoughts, I have said for the longest time I hate blanket yarn, but you know, lately I've really just been loving it. There's something so nice about not having to vacuum my craft room every 5 seconds because there's virtually no shedding. And it's also nice that you can theoretically wash it, whereas with like most chenille yarns, it's just not even a question. Like, you just can't, you know. But also for reference, I'm using an 8mm hook, and this is how long the tentacle is, so it is massive. I'm so excited for this. I cannot even explain. Okay, I just finished the first tentacle. Here it is. Only 7 more tentacles to go, and then we work the body. I almost forgot to mention, if you saw me working with this crochet pillow, this thing is a game changer. I just got this in the mail a week ago, and if you've been watching my channel for a little bit now, you know that I tend to get a lot of pain in my back and my neck from crocheting, so this has actually been helping me so much. I've been using it every time I crochet, anytime I'm on the couch crocheting, and it is so nice. It has this little buckle in the back which helps it kind of keep its shape while you're crocheting. Basically, it relieves a lot of the tension that you have in your shoulders that creates a lot of that pain, and so instead you have your elbows resting on this while you're crocheting, whereas like if you don't have the pillow, you're kind of just dangling. And if you crochet, you know after a while that really starts to hurt. This company is called Volari, and they're absolutely amazing. I'm so happy with this. So I do have an affiliate code if you would like to purchase from them. Just know that this directly supports my channel, so if you do end up using that code, thank you so much. You're directly supporting all of the content that I make here on YouTube. But I just wanted to share this because I do truly genuinely love this thing. This is so legit. They make one that's even bigger than this one, but honestly, I love this one, and I like the gray because it matches my couch. I'll keep a link for this in the description if you are curious to try it out, but if you do see it, now you know what it is. You guys, I really messed up on this one. I'm so sad. It's been a few days and I have crocheted about, I think, 6 tentacles. And you know, I was just minding my business, drinking my latte on my couch this morning, working on one of the tentacles, and I realized I have been reading the pattern wrong. Because fun fact about me, I have a really bad habit of reading the bare minimum of a pattern and just assuming I know what's going on and working it anyways. I do the same thing with recipes and it's just a really bad habit. So basically I was doing that for all 5 previous tentacles that I was working on. And this morning, I realized I had done all of them wrong. So these are all the tentacles that I had previously done. And this is the one that I did this morning. And I want to show you really quick what I did. Basically, with this main color here, I have attached backwards on all the previous tentacles. So I'm going to show you really quick to see if you can see the difference. I think you can see it pretty well here, but this is the wrong side and this is the right side. And this is how it's supposed to look, right? But I have done this for 5 tentacles now. And now that I'm aware of what I'm doing, I just feel like it looks so much more messy and it is driving me crazy. I think you can see what I'm talking about more here, but if you look at this one, it's like super neat and everything looks tight and clean. In this one, I have the wrong side facing out. So you're going to see like the back of the stitches where there's little bumps and things like that. And yeah. And honestly, I just don't even know how I managed to make this many without realizing. I think it's just because I was checked out, I was watching my show, and I'm just so sad. And if you're new here, I'm kind of a perfectionist, so I think we have to go back and fix them all. Just knowing that this is how they're supposed to look and this is how they're all going to look, I'm just simply not okay with it. So my plan now is to go back and cut out this top layer of all the previous 5 tentacles and make them all look like that one that I just showed you. And if I'm gonna be honest, it's probably gonna hurt a lot because this is taking me quite a bit of time. I'm not used to working with blanket yarn, so I feel like that coupled with the size of this project has really just been making it take a long time. Don't get me wrong, it's a really awesome pattern and I'm having fun, but I think I just have to cut out all these pieces and get moving before I get too sad about this mistake that I just made. So sad. So far, I've frogged 2 of the tentacles completely, and then I have the little suction cup portions. These are okay, these can stay. These parts need to be completely frogged, so I think I have 3 more of those to do. But then there is another thing. You know, I've realized that with the tentacles I've made, they're a little bit too loose for my liking, so I'm gonna size down my hook to a 6.5. I would be doing a 7. I don't have a 7. I was using an 8 before, so I think that's definitely gonna help. But that's everything. I think I just gotta bust through the hard part of this so that way I don't get too sad about it, and then we're gonna keep moving forward. So good news. I'm in much better spirits than the last time that we talked. I finally got all the tentacles right. I actually read the pattern this time, so I think I deserve a round of applause in the comments. But here is what it's looking like. I went ahead and joined up all the tentacles and I started working on the body. I'm standing up right now because it's huge and it's also kind of heavy. So I feel confident. I feel like we're in the home stretch now and maybe I can finish this up today. No promises. We're just gonna have to see. But my plan is to spend most of the rest of today just working on getting this octopus done because I'm just so excited to see what it looks like finished up. I'm also very happy with the color choice that I made. I just feel like it's so pretty and they match really well and it's so cute and blah blah blah. But my arms are actually in so much pain from holding this thing up. I want to say this is at least like 15 pounds. I don't know. It's heavy, but I'm gonna keep working on this and who knows, maybe by the end of the day we're gonna have a giant octopus. Look at his little eyes. I just got his little eyeballs and his head done, but now we have to do kind of like that back piece of the head that he has, and then I have to make the little bottom belly portion of it, and then I think we're pretty much done. I'm so excited to see how it looks when it's done, but so far, I'm loving this. I love this color yarn. I'm stoked right now. Okay, it's time for the final reveal of our octopus. It took me forever, so I really hope you like it. I know I do, but here it is. This thing is massive. Like, look at this thing next to my head. I have never made something so big, ever. I don't think I've ever made any plushie that is quite as big as this. Nothing compares to how big this is. I wish you could see in person because I feel like it really gives you the perspective of just how large this thing is. But here he is. I really am just so happy with the colors that I chose. I need to straighten his legs out a little bit, I think. I might try blocking them a little bit just to get them to lay super nice and flat. But I knew this was going to take me quite a long time to make, but I was not prepared for how long it took me. Since I made a pretty massive mistake when I was working on this pattern, it took me close to 9 hours to make this entire thing, which is absolutely nuts. But luckily, I like to crochet, so it really wasn't a problem. But I had so much fun making this. It was just a really nice change of pace for me. Usually I work on really small things because I find that it helps me stay motivated, like that feeling of finishing a project. But this was a real challenge for me. Since I'm not used to working on such large projects, I really had to make sure I stuck with it and finish this thing, because after making, what was it, like 14 tentacles, I think, all said and done with my mistake, I was just fried. So needless to say, it was worth it. I think this guy is so cool and I can just envision him on a bookshelf, and I just feel like it would be like the coolest thing ever. Don't forget to check out the description if you want to try this pattern for yourself. I'm gonna have it linked down there. It is definitely worth a try. I think it is so cool. What do you think? I think she likes it. Cute, huh? I would consider this project a success, so thank you for your moral support and for hanging out with me while I worked on this massive octopus. I hope you enjoyed the process, and if you want to see more videos from me in the future, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss anything that I have coming, and trust me, you won't want to miss out because there's a lot of fun stuff that's in store around here, so make sure you do that. Thank you so much again for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye! I feel like after this project, I just need to play The Sims and drink a latte. I think it's gonna be the only way that I recover from this.